Hi everyone, welcome to our virtual makerspace. My name is Erin and today we are going to be creating a balloon powered car and exploring kinetic energy and forces. You'll see here that we have all of our supplies laid out. It's a pretty simple design, but I think you'll find there's lots of ways to customize it and to try some different designs. Now the first item that you're going to be needing for your car today is a large popsicle stick. You'll also be using these lifesavers. These are going to be our wheels, very important for the car. We have some skinny straws, and you will see on the straw there is this expandable section at one end. And then this is our big straw, and this straw is going to be crucial for our balloon power. So please, no cutting the big straw. And finally, of course, we have our balloons, which are going to be providing the power and movement for our car. It's always good to have a few extra supplies on hand anytime you're engineering. There can definitely be some oops along the way, and it's just good to have extra supplies to incorporate. Finally, the last two items that are going to be helpful for your project today are scissors. So if you can look around your house, track down some scissors, and of course some tape. You can use scotch tape, duct tape, masking tape, any kind of tape that's going to hold everything together. The final supply item that you will be needing today are some small circle stickers. These can be any color necessary, but they are going to help us with designing some hubs to go with our wheels. So let me put some stickers out to go with our supplies. All right, well, we are going to move on to our first step of car assembly. And we're going to be starting out with the skinny straws. And our first step is going to be to trim them. Now, you'll notice on the skinny straws, there is this section at one end with the expandable area. We're going to put our scissors right at the tip there, and that's where we're going to trim our straws. So I'm going to repeat that on my second straw. Again, looking for the expandable section, putting my scissors right at the tip there, and then trimming that off. Perfect. All right. Next, we're going to be incorporating our stickers. And these stickers are very important for our car design because they are going to help keep the wheels on our car. So to put on our stickers, we're going to be looking for the halfway point on our straw. It doesn't have to be exact, but try to put your thumb right about halfway down the straw. And then we're going to place a sticker on one side of your thumb. And we're going to repeat that on the other side. So I'm going to grab another sticker and place it on the other side of my thumb. And now you'll see as I turn that straw around, the stickers don't go all the way around the straw. So I'm going to add some more stickers on the other side. And then I'm going to keep layering stickers on all sides of the straw, but staying at the same location. Those stickers are going to overlap, and I'm going to shoot for maybe about 6 stickers per side. you can kind of gauge where you're at. Our goal here is to increase the diameter of the straw right where those stickers are so that it will create a space where our wheels will stay on and be attached to the axle. And you can kind of gauge that just by feeling the difference, the diameter difference between the straw and the section with the stickers. So this is what your skinny straw will look like. And now we're going to see exactly why these stickers are so important. Okay, so we're going to test our design. We're going to take one wheel and slide it on one end of the straw. And let's see what happens. Looks good there. And now, if we rotate that straw downward, oh, look at that. All right. The wheel fell off. Not an awesome plan for our car. So let's put the wheel back on, and now let's start putting stickers on the other side of the wheel. And again, this is going to take several stickers because we're building up extra diameter on this axle. And now I'm going to test it and see what happens. And now going for 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, there's our successful test. The wheel is staying put. Looks like we have a good design going. So now we're going to repeat this process on the other side. I'm going to put on a wheel and I'm going to start layering on stickers on the far side of the wheel. And you can see you're going to need quite a few stickers for this project. I'm estimating, maybe even up to 10 stickers per section. All right, there's our first axle with 2 wheels on it. It's completed. So now it's time to build the next one. Looking good. At the end of this, you should have 2 axles with 4 wheels attached. And now we are going to start assembling the rest of our car. So for our next step, we have our completed axles and we've tested our wheels to make sure they stay on. And now we are going to take our popsicle stick, which will create the body of the car. And we are going to start attaching the body of the car to the axles. So I'm going to take some tape and I'm going to pick up my popsicle stick and one axle. I'm going to put that axle on the popsicle stick and attach it with the strip of tape. And just do your best to try and center the axle on the popsicle stick. This is what it's going to look like. You want to make sure there's a little bit of space between the axle and the end of the popsicle stick. Then I'm going to turn my popsicle stick around, and I'm going to do the same thing with the second axle. Again, just try to center it as best you can on the popsicle stick, and then get a strip of tape and attach it. Now I can see, looking at my build, that my straws aren't quite as straight as I would like. So I'm going to try and get them a little bit straighter and see if that will help. All right, now I'm going to turn my car over so the wheels are on the bottom, and I'm going to do a little test drive. It's looking good so far. And now it's time to build the power part of our balloon car. So I'm going to start off with the big straw and a balloon and a long piece of tape. And I'm going to wrap the tape snugly around the balloon so it stays put. Try to make it as snug as can be. You may have to grab some more tape, and just be sure to press it down as firmly as possible to keep that balloon on the end of the big straw. Now in this video, I do have the protective wrap still around the far end of the straw, and that's just because I'm doing this activity in the library, and that just seems like a good COVID precaution. But at home, feel free to take that protective wrap off of your straw. Now I'm going to take the base of my car, and I'm going to attach the balloon and the big straw to it. You'll see I have some tape already on the base of the car to attach the straw balloon, and I'm going to keep adding tape till I know it's completely secure. And now we are ready to test our car. So let's see how it's looking so far. We have 4 wheels, 2 axles, a body, and a balloon to give our car some movement. So to test our car, our next step is going to be to blow up our balloon. And I have a balloon pump for today. And of course at home, you can just blow up your balloon by yourself. So let me start inflating the balloon. And I'm going to make sure that my wheels are all in position. And then I'm going to release the air pressure. All right, success. Well, our balloon car was successful. Our design worked out well. And now there's some variations that you can do on this design today. So one variation that you might want to think about is redesigning the body of the car. And you can do something as simple as taking a square of cardboard and substituting the cardboard for the popsicle stick, and then testing and seeing what this does to the speed of your car. We know that part of how far the car travels is based on how heavy the car is. And if we have more weight sitting on top of our car, it might not go as fast. So that could be a fun variable to test out with your car design. We also know that the car may not go as fast if there's friction. Now you might be wondering, what is friction? Well, friction is a force that makes it harder for the car to move because it has to overcome that force. Like, say if you had a bumpy road. So you can think about some different terrain to try your car on. See if it goes different speeds on the carpet than it does on the table, or maybe a different speed on the sidewalk than it does on the grass. And I have a Lego minifig here that was sitting in my office, so I'm going to put it on my car. And look, there's even a helmet for our little minifig to stay safe. And we will give our Lego minifig a ride on the car. I hope you had fun building our car today. I certainly did. And I'm going to give our Lego minifig one last ride before I sign off. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you soon again at the library. Be watching for next month's virtual Makerspace, where we will be designing and building a catapult. Hope to see you there. Thanks, everyone. All right, kiddos. Well, as you are finishing up your car designs and testing them out, I did want to take a couple minutes to highlight the really cool resources that you can find through the library website that tie into car engineering, car design, as well as kinetic forces and friction forces. So I am here on the library website, the home page at www.poudrelibraries.org, and I am going to be selecting that red tab at the top called Download, and that's going to take us to all of our ebook platforms. And I'm going to be selecting Hoopla. And Hoopla is a great option. It's an app that you can add to your smartphone or tablet. You can also access it through your home computer with an internet connection. So you will see here in the top banner that I am in the kids mode. And kids mode is a great option. It means that every keyword search that I do brings back results that are specifically geared for kids. So they're extra awesome and extra fun. And you can see that I did a search here for kinetic forces, and it did bring back an ebook for me called Understanding Kinetic Energy. We are going to be checking this out so you can see how Hoopla works. I'm just going to go up to the keyword search box, and I'm going to enter in a keyword term for cars. And here you can see all kinds of really cool options for checkout, several ebooks, lots of great possibilities. And if you see something there that looks cool that you want to check out, you just tap on that item and it will take you into the checkout page for it. Now, Hoopla is a free resource. You do need a library card to access it, but we can always help you get a library card over the phone if you like. So I'm going to go ahead and select this ebook about sports cars. It looks pretty cool. I see the borrow button on the left side there, and I'm going to be tapping that. The ebooks check out for 21 days and they can be streamed or downloaded. And after I borrow the title, you will see that on our screen, that blue button that used to say borrow now says read. So I'm going to tap on the read button, and in just a minute, it is going to open up to our full ebook. And you'll see how fast and convenient it is to check out these ebooks and look at them at home. So there's the cover of our ebook, The Top 10 Fastest Cars, with a very cool yellow sports car on the front. Here's our table of contents. And here we are on the first page, talking about the science of speed. Lots of great photography in here. There's an engineer. Here's a production car. Talks about car designers. Lots of cool facts in this book, and it is instantly available through Hoopla. Hoopla does not have any wait times or any holds, so lots of great options for kids. I'm going to go back to our Hoopla page and I'm going to do another search. This time I'm going to look for anything on kinetic forces. So I'm going to put in the keyword kinetic. And I see a really fun book on kinetic sand. Definitely going to have to remember that one for my next program. Looks like a lot of fun. But the one that I'm going to be clicking into today is the first book called Understanding Kinetic Energy. And this should be a good science book to help us learn a little bit more about kinetic forces. So I'm going to go ahead and check out that book. So there on the cover we see a perfect example of kinetic energy. It's a bicyclist riding down the road. And here in the intro, it's talking more about kinetic forces. So kinetics is anything that makes things move. And you can see that in the movement of the planets and the stars. You can see that in the movement of basketball players during a game. So lots of great science facts. And again, books like this through Hoopla, you can check them out the minute you see them and the minute they look interesting. So I'm going to go back to our Hoopla page. I'm going to do one more search here, and I'm going to do this search on friction. There we go. I see some great options, and I am immediately drawn to the books with the motorcycles and the dirt bikes on them. So I'm going to check out that first one with the dirt bike. Again, I'm going to click on that blue borrow button. And after I borrow it, you'll see that blue button turn into a read button. And here we are with the cover of that ebook, all about friction. So I'm assuming if you love cars, you probably love anything on wheels, whether it's skateboards or scooters. This book is going to talk about forces of friction, and there's lots of great examples in here about one way that you can learn to make fires using the force of friction. It talks about, great examples like how insects stick together on leaves and the forces of friction that operate on the bottoms of our shoes. So lots of great science facts in here, and I encourage you to check it out. Take a look at Hoopla, see all the cool options available to you. Hoopla has no late fees, of course, and it's just a great option for finding lots of great learning resources. And you will see, if you go to the top banner there, there's a couple different menu options, and one of those options is for browse. And if you click on that browse drop-down menu, you will see all the really cool things that are offered by Hoopla. So everything from ebooks to audiobooks, movies, music, there's even comics and TV shows. So I encourage you to give Hoopla a chance, and it's definitely a great option, especially right now during COVID and when the library is offering curbside service. So I hope this demonstration on Hoopla is helpful for you as you continue doing some learning at home, and thanks for coming to the program today.